I am someone who had been fetishizing their addiction, fetishizing blackmail, fetishizing exposure, fetishizing oversending and overspending. And so I was getting really out of control. I've been doing femdom for almost 7 years, and I'm 28 years old, and I'd spent, I think, probably just over $100,000, and I was around 18K in debt when I first started sessioning and with Frankie. And I think what really worked for me was the fact that she's kinky, she's sexy, but she's also educated and professional about it at the same time. It wasn't one of those like pay as you go type of things or kind of prolonging my kink. It was just this really helpful intellectual exploration into why I've been continuously gooning and spending and can't get out of that loop. We'd sit down for an hour, we'd have some sort of grounding exercise, and then she would really just listen to me. And it felt like she was really just listening to me. She didn't have a preset therapy session planned. It was whatever we discussed, she could go in any direction, and she could bring out external materials. For example, let's see, radical honesty was one thing we looked at, and wheel of consent, those sorts of things. And it was helpful that because she's a femdom, she could understand some kinks and fetishes that I was referring to. I didn't have to like explain that. And since she's been a dom, she knows kind of the emotions and truly like what that addictive feeling of submission feels like. So I would absolutely recommend Frankie. I have not felt this good since I started femdom in 6 years, and I had reduced that $18,000 debt into literally, I think, half, if not less. I think I'm at like 8K right now, and I did 7 sessions with Frankie. Very worth it. Huge thanks to her, and yeah.